welcome to the 27th JK Tyre FMSA National Championship. We are racing in the city that has set us with our pulses racing all the way to the heavens. Hello and welcome to Coimbatore. As we rightly say, it's a big vanakkam from this beautiful city of Coimbatore, and we are at the Curry Motor Speedway. 2.3 kilometer track, the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. That is, JK Tyre presents the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup is about to commence with round 2, and the first race is about to begin, and we already have a very strong grid. Just to remind you, last year's champion Abhishek Vasudev, well, congratulations to him as he gone on to a very important personal life and happy married life to him. But then it gives a chance for a new set of riders to really take up into the championship again. Over 20 riders coming in, and each of them really pulling it through all the way down into the wire. This is one of those special moments. 2.3 kilometer track, and each of the track we are really going to commence into a mighty action, and each of these actions really going to come in front of your eyes. We are live from the Curry Motor Speedway for round number 4. For 26 years we've been racing champions, and now today it is the 27 years. It is going to be a very special moment for all of us as we try and quickly line up who will be onto that podium there. Before they quickly come on in, let me quickly tell you how the grid position looks like. It is Kayan Patel who's going to start on P1, and at number 2 will be starting is Navneet Kumar. Jagdish Nagaraj starts at 3. Surya PM at number 4, Rohan R at P5, Vivek Pillai at number 6, it's Manmeet Reddy at number 7, Ulas Nanda at number 8, Revadar at number 9, Samarul Zubair is at number 10, Varun Patil will P11, Yogesh at P12, then we have Joring Varisa at P13. Further down the order, it's going to be Nijan at P14, Johnson Saldana P15, Saran Kumar P16, Madhusudan P17, Dipankar Lamba P18, Avinash P19, Prashant P20, Ashish Chaudhary P21, and Prithvi Raj T at P22. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very profuse grid. But before all of that, I'm very thrilled to welcome a man we always look up to. Mr. S.P. Batina is in the house. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I mean, it's absolutely an honor to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And this has been one of those special moments that we always wanted. Gentlemen, before we are able to get it on, we're going to get on with a quick action on the track. 10 laps of this race. Quick word from you. What can we expect? We always seen a nail biter.
You will get another nail biter today.
That's the bet that is coming in. There's a lot of work from the man on my left, SP Batina, who's been making sure that each of the riders get the same spec of engine. You must be really happy with the kind of talent that you're seeing on the grid here today.
Yes, we've got some pros who've been very good for the last couple of seasons, but we've also got a whole lot of new amateurs who are total amateurs. They've never raced in their life before, so they're absolute amateurs, you can see, and they're improving every race outing.
So then, without further ado, the engines rev up to the might. With me on the commentary box is SP Batina as we're going to watch from the sidelines. 10 laps is about to commence. Surya PM seems to have a much better start again. He coming in, Dil jostling for position as we see them coming in. Here we could go around it. Doing to turn number 1. It's bike number 2 always trying to pull in on the inside. A little bit of movement for Avinash right, but they're coming around on the inside here again as we see possibly Manmeet Reddy was trying to get past there again. Bike number 21 now finding a jostling in for a little bit of position again. This is a long road again. It's always important to have a very good start.
It is important to have a good start and not get stuck in traffic.
And as we see them coming in, bike number 8 versus bike number 3, this is a decent start. Kayan Patel, can he hold it out again? One of the slowest turns is turn number 10, 11 and 12, and this is the entry point for turn number 10. The slowest part of the track again. How would you take that track, Aspik? If you especially turn number 10, the slowest part of the track?
Actually, the slowest part, a slow corner really doesn't make so much difference between a fast rider and a slow rider. But it's the fast corners that really make all the difference when you are chasing somebody. And fast rider makes a lot of difference on a fast corner compared to a slow corner.
Surya PM slowly trying to nip back on that lead. But number 5, that is Jagdish Nagaraj, slows enough to try and attack here again. Comp number 8, Kayan Patel trying to use that slipstream on that start line, is already picking up a little bit of distance. Here we go, folks. Now it is Kayan Patel versus versus comp number 5 and 3 just coming into the mix. Comp number 3 close enough to attack. Should he come on the inside? Where is the pressure going to come in? We're going to see some nice racing in turn number 6 and 7.
Yeah, I think Surya and Navneet and all of these guys are going to give Kayan a run for his money. You can see all 5 of them bunched up together.
We are quickly seeing the fastest lap time by Surya. Good call as he sets in 1 minute 21.697. How many times have we seen Surya PM on the outside? Comp number 8 on the inside. Will the overtaking man overtake again? There is no space given. There's no space taken again. Where do you find space in such tight turn, Aspi? I'm talking to a man who's rode his bike in the Isle of Man.
The slow corners is when you try and put your bike in the middle, and basically most of the turns here are slow. They're not really any high speed corners, except in the right hander that they've just taken second last.
Aspi Badina with me in the house. He's giving you an advice. If there is a corner, just send it. That's the word that comes in again. Would you like to take it? How does it feel? How do you actually attack? All of them on a straight line. When do you slum out a little bit?
It's very difficult because the track is quite narrow, so there's only basically a very small tight line. So you need to be close together and make a move and the entry, basically outbreak your opponent.
Just to quickly tell you, Rohan R has now set in the fastest lap time, 1 minute 17.227. We are counting down the number of laps. These are 16 turns, about 10 lap, and we've already finished about 2 and entering into the third lap again. What a start this has been. Comp number 8 trying to break away, but comp number 3 not this time. He's somehow able to get that little bit of a slipstream which comes through very hard. He's been able to pull it all the way again. I see like a synchronized riding as they get to turn number 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, basically it is synchronized riding because there's a very small, it's a narrow track with a one line basically. So you need to be in line and only make a move when somebody just breaks a little early or a little too late. And that's when you make your move.
Aspi, I was listening to you talking to young set of riders. You were sitting down and telling them as to the kind of race mindset that you need to bring when you're on the track again. Maybe you want to give us a little tip here.
The most important thing is you have to enjoy the race. If you psych yourself too much, then you will not be able to enjoy the race. So,
sorry, I'm going to interrupt you again. Comp number 7 is going to possibly take an overtaking over comp number 8, Kayan Patel. You did see a little bit of mistake, weaving especially to turn number 1 again. How do you handle the weave when you are trying to go against the wind?
See, it's weaving. I would say the bikes does sneak a little bit under braking, but if you try and block another rider, you will ask for trouble because that's not the way to race.
Well, now you're looking at a very interesting fight as we see comp number 6 now has a chance to get back on 8. Now Kayan Patel was a race leader in chance to possibly lose not 1 but 2 positions again. How they come around, the white helmet versus a little taint of red again. The white helmet gets ahead. Comp number 8 is into position number 2. Kayan Patel is now under threat to possibly lose another position again. In the race, when you lose a position again, how do you fight back? Because you get a little ruffled.
You have to fight back immediately. If you don't, then you will lose it. As you can see, number 7 is pulling away from the rest of them because Kayan is riding a defensive line. And what that is doing is slowing up everybody else behind him.
So, if you lose a position, just keep your aggressive line. Now, the battle now is being drawn for the second and third. Interesting to note here is again, he's actually pulling up a little bit of a traffic behind him. Comp number 7 says, you might as well hold people back while I take the lead. Comp number 8 now has possibly heard you out and decides to go a little bit aggressive. He needed that little bit of encouragement from you there.
No, it's not. The thing is, again, Kayan is riding a very defensive line which is slowing them down. And that's giving Rohan a chance to break away from the group. And you can see he's pulled out a good lead now, and I think it'll be very difficult for the rest of the bunch to catch him.
Navneet Kumar possibly trying to take advantage of the toe, but it was not there. Comp number 7 stretching that distance again. Let's not rule out comp number 3, Surya PM. How many times have we seen him outside the top 5? And when the podium turn comes in, especially on the last lap, he's always trying to bring in that last push or the last hurrah there. But at this time, Surya PM is just outside the top 3. Rohan R continues to set the fastest lap time. It's still the second fastest lap time, 1:16.865. The difference is about over close to 0.2 of a second. would you want to say, looking back, you're not a big fan of looking back, are you?
No, I don't need to look back. If I'm gone, then I'm gone. I don't want to look back.
I think-
Concentrate on going faster in the front.
You know, there is this urge as a rider, when you have that lead, you're like, nobody's challenging me. Let me just glance back a little bit. It's that little...
If doing that, you lose more time.
Agreed, and that's the first layer of advice again. So you do not want to make those rookie mistakes. If you do, you will possibly lose time. Comp number 6 now has stretched his lead over Kayan Patel. Navneet Kumar is at number 2. Kayan Patel is at number 3. Surya PM now at a distant number 4. Now the interesting fight between 8-3 for the fight for the 4th, 5th. This could go anywhere to the last line again. Coming about the lines, especially when you're coming onto the exit, you were pointing out earlier, especially into turn number 16. We are right now in turn number 13, approaching turn number 14. You got to have a very good exit. If you don't, you're almost hitting the gravel.
Basically, if you need to, how you enter the corner determines how you exit the corner. And if you look at Navneet, has taken a very nice sweeping wide line, so he gets a good exit. So you can see he's closing up on number 7 because he's using the correct line.
Take a wider line, hit it onto the apex. Just let the bike do its thing. There's now comp number 7 is going to really face a little bit of heat. Now this is coming in very interesting again. Rohan, Surya and all of them, Kayan Patel getting into the mix again. Interesting to note, in all of this, Vivek Pillai has slowly moved up to position number 6 now, challenging Jagdish Nagaraj. So here is your top 6. Rohan number 1, Navneet Kumar 2, Surya PM number 3, Kayan Patel drops down to number 4, Jagdish Nagaraj 5, Vivek Pillai at number 6. I think we've got a slightly... Rohan R is your race leader at the moment.
Yeah, Rohan R is leading, Navneet is 2nd, Surya is not 3rd actually, Kayan is 3rd and Surya is 4th.
Okay, we've got a little mixed up in the time table as well. But looking at the fastest lap time, 1:16.865. That stays true for Rohan as well. Talking a little bit about Kayan Patel, he has already had a mixed bag. Wow, well, that's a nice little sweeping line on comp number 7.
Coming out up to lap the back marker, which is going to be a little tricky for them. It
He
depends
lost
on where
him?
you
Almost.
Yes, it's how you catch and where you catch that somebody's gone down.
Man down, and the man will be up.
I think who's gone down.
I hope it is not Surya PM.
It's an amateur that's gone down.
You would love to have an overtaking coming in, but then it is always important to have a very clear line. Now, if you're a back marker, you know the race leaders will find a way past you, but you should not block your way through. Now, we've seen common words being turned around, yellow flags. It is one of the, yes, it's one of the amateurs. Comp number 16 it is. Comp number 16 is down, that is Nijan A. He's okay and he's walking away from the track again. Safety is important as far as Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup is concerned.
Safety is paramount. There's no compromise on safety.
So let's quickly come into the safety mechanism that we talk about. What are the kind of gears that whenever you look at?
The gears are top class. There's no two ways about it. The gears are really good. Everybody has to use the certified gear. So the racing gear is very good. In fact, the first round we had a massive shunt at the end of the straight on the first corner when the rider walked away from it.
And safety continues to be paramount. You need to have a scrutiny of your helmet, the racing gears, the overalls, the guards that you work around, your boots around. There we have a very curious set of officials trying to watch the action and get excited and still manage to make sure there is absolutely perfect racing there. Interesting fight as Navneet Kumar gets into the mix. This is where we come into the mind of the racer. Aspi, now talk to me now. What's going to happen?
I think you have to wait and see where there's an opening and go for it.
Surya PM versus Kayan Patel. Kayan Patel, bring that aggressive race line. That's what we know you for. Jagdish Nagaraj, get in the mix now. Rohan R versus Navneet Kumar. Let's bring it to the top fight here again. 7 versus 6. Break as late as possible. No, he doesn't. Rohan R sees him coming. He says, no, I'm going to stick to my line. I'm not going to defend. Had he defended, he would have possibly brought in a little mistake from him. This is where it gets critical. On the line again, let's come back to turn number 16. We are possibly looking for an overtaking maneuver by Kayan Patel over Surya PM. As they come around turn number 14, turn 15, look at the right behind them. They are close enough to attack. Car number 7. What a lines! Would you like to take a tighter line, or would you like to take a wider line into
No,
turn
it's better to get the wider line and
just get that little bit of
yeah,
steam?
because you need to get a good drive. Navneet has got a better drive than Rohan, and so Navneet will make a move on Rohan here. You can see that Navneet has made a move on Rohan.
You've called it on. We've got Navneet is back on top now. Rohan would be looking back saying maybe he could have done a little more better in turn number 6. It's those fine margins that really make up the race.
Yeah, it is, and also the back markers are playing a role in this because I think Rohan did get intruded by a back marker, so he didn't get onto the power as soon as he would wanted to, and that's where Navneet got him.
So then, without further ado, the back markers are playing spoil party here again. Comp number 18 holding back. Comp number 7, this was not going to happen. Rohan, out of you looking, what are you doing? And comp number 6 now pulling it away. Navneet Kumar on that last stretch.
Yes, Navneet has got it. I think is it the last one?
Yes, I believe this is the last lap again. We would quickly, when we are so engrossed with this such close line racing, we almost lost the number of laps. But then it's not over till it's over on the checker flag. How many times have you seen the combo number 6 on the outside, combo number 7 on the inside? 7 will have a little more traction again. The 6 has a little bit on the front again. Who's going to come again? Sova side by side. Combo number 7 should be able to come around. Would it?
I think 6 has got it.
You have a good eye. It was combo number 6. Navneet Kumar. No, but it's combo number 7 who's celebrating it.
Yes, I thought maybe. I thought it was the other way around.
Well, I'm not sure if it was Rohan or it's Rohan or combo number 6, but Rohan, the way he's celebrating it, it looks like he's got past the line. We possibly need a replay of that, and maybe got to go back to our timing screens again. How many times are we going to see so many races on the finish line?
That's the beauty of the GT Cup, because all 24 bikes on the grid are all equal. If you ride bike number 1 or bike number 24, they perform the same.
I'm not going to let you go because I got to get you in. The hard work that has taken to get this retro racing Royal Enfield to get it ready to the racetrack again. Maybe you want to talk about the work that has happened on the bike.
See, the bike basically is always a good platform to start with. In fact, when I first rode the bike in California in 2018, that's when I told Siddharth Lal that this was a great platform to go racing with. And then when we did a lap of the Isle of Man TET with Siddharth Lal, Freddie Spencer and myself, and we sat down at the end of the lap and we spoke, and that's where the Royal Enfield GT Cup was conceived, I could say. It was conceived in the Isle of Man.
Well, combo number 7 still think that he's won it on the finish line. Okay, now combo number 6 possibly realizes that what's happened. We still really don't know who's actually got it out. Hang on for a bit. We will get you the result. But this is why we come to the racetrack, Aspi.
Yes, this is what you want, racing, close racing. There's no points if one guy runs away. This was the closest race, I think one of the closest that we've had in the history of the GT Cup.
So they basically got through by the thread of the bike. That's the difference that we were talking about.
Yes, it'll definitely be a photo finish.
And as we look around, we know there are a lot of happy scenes as well. This year, you've got a lot of influx of talent in the amateurs. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I was quite. We went to Assam for rider selection. From there, we traveled to Delhi. From Delhi to Pune, and then to Bangalore. And all these boys that you see, the amateurs racing today, have never ever raced a motorcycle in their life.
Wow. So could you also talk to us about the preparation that you've done in order to get these kids ready into the bike again?
We have a lot of talking with them, riding, speaking to them, telling them what is the line, which line you should take, what you should be doing, which is very important. And of course, building the bikes. All these bikes, I test each and every one of them before I hand it over to the riders at the beginning of the season. So I know each of them are performing absolutely the same.
It's been one of a very interesting story, Aspi. You've raced with bikes, you've followed these cars again. Now you're seeing new talent coming. Abhishek Vasudev, what a talent that you're seeing. Shetty, another talent again. So this year we're going to see new rising stars coming from Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup.
Yes, also that, but I was a little disappointed with the riders in Chennai. I've never raced this circuit, but I know most of them are not taking the correct racing line. But in Chennai they were quite off the line, and in fact I tried to tell them that what they were doing is wrong. And it's not only them, I think nobody in India rides the correct racing line today. That's why when we have international riders coming, we are suffering. We can't compete with the international riders and drivers for that fact as well.
This particular pool of the JK Tyre Presents Continental GT Cup, you really have upped the talent again, so you know the deficiencies can be thrashed out.
Yes, the biggest issue I find is that they don't think. Like when I raced, I set up the bike, and after setting up the bike, I would sit down in a corner and corner by corner complete the whole lap in my mind and see where I could improve, how I could improve my riding, and how I could make a slight difference in my riding, my entry to the corner, and I would improve my riding that way, which I don't see happening here. Everybody is just following one after the other guy.
I have to make a quick announcement. So it is Rohan R who's finally managed to just about surprise comment number 6. We didn't expect that, did we?
Yeah.
We did expect a nail biter though.
Yeah, it was a nail biter. I think Navneet had a wider line and Rohan came from the inside and pushed him wide.
Right. It was a pleasure to have you on the house.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
SP Batina, my expert in the commentary box. It was more than a pleasure to have him. And now we're moving into the celebrations in the podium ceremony in just a bit. The bikes are there. The folks from Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup are there. And we're about to join them now. This has been one of those special moments at the JK Tyre Presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, and we are live from Curry Motor Speedway. Well, the winners have taken their crown, and it's also time for us to quickly get on after the amateurs. It's getting on to the professionals, guys, as well. Onto the track any moment and anywhere onto the track as well. Remember, we're going to have a very special race tomorrow. 2 races of the Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup as well. But what a race! A race win it has been for comp number 7. Rohan R, who managed to have the last laugh on the finish line, just defeating Navneet Kumar. But did Kayan Patel do enough to finish into the top 3? That's what we're going to be looking at again. Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup, presented by JK Tyre. Remember, we've gone to every part of India to try and identify the next big riders. Abhishek Vasudev was identified like that as well. Last year, the champion Abhiraj Shetty as well. Now, each of them have brought a mojo to the name. SP Batina was with me in the house and also in the commentary box. The man who had driven his heart out in the Isle of Man in 2007, 2008 further. Remember, he was also the man who really brought in as far as the awards for bikes are concerned. Massive experience under his belt, and he knows how things really work through. Now, they're all trying to go back and check on the results one more time and to see who really came through again. Comment number 3. Now going on stage. This is a moment for them to cherish. Comment number 3, Surya PM finishes at number 3. Then it is Navneet Kumar. Comment number 6. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, on the finish line with just hardly a distance is Rohan R by possibly the spoke of his wheel. And that was the distance between them. Rohan R gets onto the stage as a what a champion winner would do. Navneet Kumar and Rohan R, what a fight that they've had. This is the moment that we all waited down here again as Jagdish Nagaraj takes in at number 3, and then at number 2 Navneet Kumar finishing with a strong line. It was all the way Navneet Kumar, a slight error at the finish line, and that's why Rohan R is the most happiest man on the track here today. Congratulations, Rohan R, finishing on the line by margins that possibly never exist. What I've been told is like half, not even a quarter of a wheel. That's where is the difference between them. As they celebrate, just to reconfirm one more time, Rohan. Hello and welcome back again. We were moving from Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. JK presents Royal Enfield Continental GT Cup. And now we were getting down to the Formula LGB4. This is the moment that we all waited out for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be joined by a special guest here today. In very quick time.